in case you ever want to come back and look at them. Uh, so, uh, when we last left off last session, uh, you guys made it up to the second floor, apparently. Ran into a bit of a statue problem after some traps. Well, it wasn't too bad for you. Investigated around. Oh, actually, before that, Lobu nearly got eaten by a two-headed snake. Probably his worst fear come to life ever. But
Definitely.
but he survived. But even though he went on 0 hit points, he had a good healer around, and he survived mentally being inside, waking up inside of one of the snake's throats. So.
Still better than a one-eyed. Just saying.
Anyway, so you guys get up to the second floor. Managed to deal with a frozen trap statue. Discovered a few odd things, such as what looked like to be a pile of gold, which was actually a pile of yellow mold under an enchantment. You found this unusual room filled with mirrors that all seemed to do different things. None of them good. And one of them turned out to be an okra jelly, which you then fought and discovered a secret passage behind, which led you to this weird tentacled altar, which, when you tried to climb up of it, caused you to stick to it and get spun around the room, which caused one of you to get seriously hurt. Not seriously hurt, mildly hurt, really, thanks to being pretty tough. But still. And after that, you came down to the yellow mold trap, discovered a secret passageway, and have now looked into the following room, whose description I shall read again, because this is what you can see from the doorway. Beyond the door is a wide foyer that leads into a circular room. On the south wall of this hall is a jade death mask affixed at chest height, which would be this right here. Taking up the middle of the chamber is a cross-shaped dais with sets of stairs leading up to it all along each of the four ends. In the center of the dais rises a cylindrical structure that appears to be made of transparent walls of crystal enclosing an oddly carved stone pillar. The stairs that face the room's entrance are carved with the heads of many gods. The steps on the north side are blood-stained, and atop the landing stands a statue of a warrior. That would be this over here. The stairs to the east, across the room, are partly obscured by shadow. The southern staircase is luminescent, appearing to change color in the light. This one is obscured by shadow, and this one is luminescent. Noxie, you're the one that opened the door up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a step in.
Alright. And
I would like to inspect that jade mask.
Alright.
See what it's worth.
Roll an investigation check, please. The mask itself probably is worth about 25 gold to the right collector. However, as you look it over, you easily see that there is a trap behind it. Some kind of lever that, if you removed the mask, would trigger.
Alright, I'm gonna take out a note and write "Don't touch this" and with an arrow point and just kind of stick it to the next to the mask.
As you peer further into the room, mostly around here and here, you see that tucked into each of the nooks where the arms cross and come together, you can see low shelves. There appear to be small offerings upon them, like silver bracelets, earrings, a neck collar here or there, an anklet, some beads, and some silver and jade statues. Or statuettes, rather.
Oh. Alright. Where are the beads again?
Well, you can see things like beads and and other little offerings on these little places.
So,
The little
what
notes
is that?
Here. That appears to be a blood-covered statue, and the stairs around it also are covered in blood.
How old does that blood appear to be?
Let's see. Medicine check. Even from a distance, you could tell that blood's probably at least 100 years old, if not
Oh.
older.
Would my detect magic still be up from when we were looking at the mirrors?
Actually, yes, it should be. And as a result, you can tell that there is magic here, here, and something in the dark corner over here to the east.
Okay, I'm gonna point out that the two things on the dais are glowing magical, and I want to slowly make my way over towards the back, where that distance.
All right.
We've had no short rest or anything like that, have we?
Correct. Because every time you take a short rest, you also take potential poison damage.
My resources are running low, such as they are.
Yes.
Dovin and Noxie, as you come around the corner, you see what appears to be an odd statue laying beneath a film of dust and cobwebs. There's a bit of moss that seems to be growing on it and some vines crawling over it, but it's just odd. It kind of looks metallic, although for some reason it's not tarnished. It appears to be holding a shield and some sort of hammer. And there's a glow of residual magic about it, Dovin.
I tell this to Noxie, and I just sort of cautiously poke around. Are there any like markings on it? Does it like you said a statue?
Well, it appears to be some sort of metallic statue, because
Metallic statue.
laying on the ground right about here.
Okay.
Oddly untarnished, given how much dust and bits of moss that are growing on top of it.
Would I have? Go ahead.
Noxie would slowly go to poke it while looking at Dovin for approval.
Would I have any knowledge of anything magical that
Roll an Arcana check. Yeah, this does not look familiar to you.
Careful, Noxie. I sort of I don't discourage you from touching it, but I apply a heavy dose of caution.
Noxie nods and pokes it cautiously.
As you poke it, there's a little bit of spark inside the faceplate of this bizarre statue, and it seems to spring to life. Storm, if you want to say hello.
Oh, this is Storm's character?
Hi.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to sit up, look around, not frantically, but very confused, and cast light upon my hammer.
I'm like preparing a magical attack, but I'm also not pulling the trigger on that yet.
What's happened?
You can speak.
Yes. What's happened here?
Noxie's on the ground. She jumped back.
We found you. Do you know where you are?
Yes, but last I remember, it did not look like this. It was filled with people, worshippers. But then something happened and it went dark.
Are you from the shoot? What's that? I have it written down. Are you talking about Neztica?
Nethica. I don't recall.
Do you have a name?
Cogsworth.
Well, Cogsworth, I'm Dovin, I believe.
Cogs.
Cogs? You
Yes,
want me to call you Cogs?
the gears. Cogsworth.
Yes. That's fascinating.
Suddenly, I find myself back in Fallout 4.
What are you? Are you a machine? I've already dropped my spell, and I'm like sort of getting uncomfortably close to you, just like fascinating and curious, just looking you up and down. Are you?
I'm
You're alive?
Cogsworth.
Well, yes. Yes, I'm Dovin.
Point at this other one over here. Is that another one of you?
No, that's a statue.
Then where's all this blood from?
I'm not sure.
There doesn't seem to be a person inside. You're made of cogs, as it were. I have never heard of this before.
I believe the closest word for what I am would be Warforged.
Does that name ring a bell? Take two.
I would actually like to do that as well.
Hey, can I see anything after casting light? Oh, okay. It was in the. I was in the wrong. Okay. Let me get my camera panned over. I was zoomed in on the one dark spot that prevented me from seeing. What a coincidence.
Nay. So this is like ancient shit. Okay. Do you remember the Sundering? Were you from the Sundering? Oh my gosh! And I just start just rambling, just 1,000 questions about where you're from, like who you made, like the people you knew, where you've been, where you're from, just endless.
You see Noxie from behind him show a sign. Get used to this.
If you need me, I'll be over here looking at this other thing. I'm gonna go tap this other statue with the end of my spear.
Mhm.
And Grizz,
Oh, go ahead.
just because I don't know a ridiculous amount about early D&D history, how much do you want Cogsworth to know?
Well,
remember.
this has to do with my world history, but
Okay, just checking because I know
but you
Sundering is something that happened in D&D.
I like the term.
Okay.
The Sundering would basically be the magical equivalent of Fallout, and it lasted about 1,000 years.
Okay.
It was pretty bad here on this world.
I'll go ahead and make a history check, see what I can if I remember being from said Sundering. Okay, what would be history?
Yes, please.
All right. Hit 11.
you know, something might be wrong with your memory banks. You really don't remember much of anything. You vaguely remember what was going on here in this shrine before you kind of deactivated. In fact, you kind of remember this room. You remember something about some sort of holy creature having to deal with that pillar in the middle. And there was some kind of tests. And some people, there were people that were kept on coming in here that were dying. You got upset and tried to stop things, and it did not go well, and you ended up unconscious, apparently. Well, what's the equivalent of unconscious for you? And just kind of been in that corner ever since. In fact, even as you remember this, you see that the statue over there begins to twitch, and lights begin to flash in the pillar.
No. Did that happen when I touched it?
Yes, it did.
Topaz, what did you do?
Touched it.
Dovin, is this thing magic too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I roll an Arcana on it?
Sure.
Ask him what it does.
As you're looking around, you focus more on this statue here, and you begin to realize this isn't exactly a statue. It's the way it's beginning to move, jiggle. Nothing like Cogsworth's. Cogsworth clearly has some intelligent movement there. This is more of like an automatic or perhaps a programmed malicious response as the thing begins to move and is turning slowly towards Topaz. You realize that it's a thing also known as a helmed horror.
Ooh. I'll shout out, Topaz, watch out!
Topaz, no!
Ooh,
Oh, is it
appropriate
initiative time?
Yep.
Alright. Meow. I'm just cursed. My initiative rolls are cursed. Wait.
Sometimes they really be that way.
How does someone have how do you have decimals in your initiative?
Oh, it's a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
It's on the cog page. Cogsworth. In your character sheet. Go to that last page.
On the gear?
Mm-hmm. You'll see it on right in the middle.
Add Dex tiebreaker to initiative.
Oh, okay.
That means Dovin gets to go first. And even as the thing moves, you hear something in Fractured Celestial attempting to talk from the pillar. How many of you understand Celestial?
Yep.
Bitches.
Because you're hearing fractures of interlopers, gas, malice, path, but it seems like it's sputtering, as if there's something, Cogsworth, even though you only have vague memories of this, you kind of recognize this as the effect of something akin to magic that, after a long period of time, occasionally starts failing. Some kind of recording that's failing. That's like, just kind of vanishing.
I'm terribly sorry. Could you please repeat that full statement? I was frantically searching what languages I knew because I forgot to put them in.
Sorry. Yeah, I noticed. I figured that. Oh, yeah, you would recognize the effect this is having, even if you don't recognize what's being said. Even though you don't remember directly, you kind of remember, certain magical devices, like, failing this way. Like, they will sputter, they will talk, and whatever effect they're supposed to have, they don't actually do, but they might still be connected to something that is working. You've seen, like, Warforged occasionally reacting this way, but since Warforged are intelligent, and this is apparently some sort of recording, Warforged do have the ability of fixing that, so...
I will attempt to repair it.
That'll be on your turn.
Okay.
So, Dovin, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot a side glance at Cogsworth and say, "Friend of yours?"
Not a friend, but I might be able to.
Okay.
The noise itself, by the way, is coming from the column in the center, not from the helmed horror.
Oh, okay. So he might be able to fix the pillar in the center, not the what'd you call it? Horn something?
Helmed horror.
Helmed. Uh, do I know that I'm going to prepare. I'm going to hold a frostbite if the thing Helmed Horror tries to attack someone.
Well, it is currently in the process of attempting to attack Topaz, so...
Okay, I'm going to do a frostbite.
Okay. So that's Constitution saving throw. Whoa, it actually failed on that. But, you see the frost kind of strike at this thing, and even, cause a little bit of frost to build up on the outside. It quickly dissipates, leading you to believe that while you may have caused damage to it, you haven't caused the secondary effect that frostbite is known for.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Anything else you can do, Leuven?
Move down here. That's it.
Lebu.
Lobu. Did he notice that the secondary effect didn't work?
Roll a perception check. Yeah, you're very used to what happens when one of those frostbites hit an enemy now that you've been with Dovin for a while. And you've got the sense that this creature might be potentially immune to those such effects.
And then, do I know what sort of creature this is with that Arcana check, or can I roll something else?
I think I already mentioned that you guys now recognize this to be a helmed horror.
Oh, I guess I meant like type. Is it a fiend?
Construct. You know that it's a construct.
Got it. All right.
Sorry.
Then, not a problem. Then I will cast. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Heroism on Volin,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a step back. Here you go, buddy. Go get.
Thanks, Bay.
And that's my turn.
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Also, the Helmed Horror, is that in the lower right? Just below Dread?
No, that's
Okay, I couldn't see the name from the darkness.
it's next to Topaz, almost.
Alright. Wanted to check.
Topaz!
Okay. Well, guess I'm gonna try to fling a net over this thing. See how that goes.
Oh. Let's see. It says nothing about restrained. Excellent. So, the barbed net comes flying out of Topaz's hand and wraps around the helmed horror, pulling across its helm and its arms. Let's see, it's 5 damage. So that's a piercing. The blades itself doesn't seem to do too much damage to it, but it is currently restrained.
Well, so that takes up both my attacks because it's a net. I think I still get my bonus.
Alright.
So I'll try to kick it. I wish I had some key. Alright. Get advantage though because it's restrained.
And That's right, you're level 5 at the moment, so that's not a magical weapon.
Nope.
It seems harder than most of the things that you're used to hitting. But you are causing a little bit of damage. Do you have another attack you wish to use, or?
No, the net I think uses up your all your attacks even if you have multiples.
Okay. Yeah, because you're holding on. Are you holding on to the net on one thing, or is it just like a drape over this thing, kind of like a spider web?
Doesn't say anything about being able to hold on to it.
Okay, so we're gonna go with it's kind of like a draping effect, kind of like a spider web is keeping it restrained
right.
and has to shake loose. Dread, it is your turn.
Move over.
Real quick, I would think that the net would actually just count as one attack. Because, like, throwing a javelin,
they have a special
is that one attack,
rule.
or is that...
Okay. It's actually under the net description.
Okay, I'm sorry, I did not.
They tell you that you can only make one attack regardless of the number of attacks you normally have.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Just let me know. I've never seen anyone use a net.
It's restrained, right?
Yes. So take advantage of it while you can, because I have a feeling it ain't going to be held for long.
Yeah. So that completely misses. The Dread, even with the net around this thing, it's moving back and forth so much that your blade just kind of slides off the side of the armor casing. Both times.
Wow.
19 misses.
Yep.
Shit.
Okay, that's my turn.
Noxie.
I'm gonna move over here.
Alright.
Actually, it's better if I just move here. And I'm going to... It's restrained, right?
Yes, which means you have advantage. Automatic
All
sneak
right.
attack, even if there wasn't people around it.
Shoot a crossbow at it.
Alright. I do love rogue sneak attack damage, it's so good.
And...
Wow.
I'll just...
Only more
You
than
managed-
doubling base damage.
You managed to lodge one of your bolts directly into one of the seams of this thing. It seems to be causing quite a bit of damage from that.
Some good rolls, too. Yep, alright. And I'll just end my turn here.
Alright. The Helm Toro was attempting to strike out at Topaz, but after the net, it is going to use its action and get out of that. Try to get out of that net. Strength check.
Oh, it's out.
Ooh.
It instantly pulls it out. That's one action, it says. But it has... No, that's right. That's just listed as one action.
Yeah, that's its action.
Alright.
But it didn't break it. It didn't rip it out and do damage. So my net's still there.
The net is now on the floor.
Just out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, still net positive.
Yeah. I suppose I could try to do it again next time.
Cogsworth.
If we keep it having to use its action for other things.
Right. I will slide past Topaz. Wait, how high is the altar actually before I move?
You need to.
Let's see.
Like, if I move to the left of Topaz, will I still be able to reach it, or is that a fair height? Right there.
You'd still be able to reach the Helm Toro, yeah.
Okay. Then I will step to the left of Topaz, and I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Alright.
There's a 26 hit.
God, I hope
It
so.
does hit, however, you discover it does nothing to it.
Ugh.
Okay.
Takes no damage from that hit.
Alright. I I don't believe I have anything else that I can do on this.
Alright. Volan!
I'll move 5 feet over this way. Would you consider that flanking with Topaz or
Yes.
not? Okay. In that case, I'm going to whip out the great axe and come down twice.
We're gonna kick the shit out of this
First
thing.
one misses, but second one...
Surround and pound?
The second one catches it in another seam, and you see, like, just a few splatters of some kind of oil or other viscous substance like that hit the ground.
And I'll pass turn.
Dovin!
I don't really have anything worth using a spell slots for, so I'm just going to continue using my completely ineffectual frostbite just to save it.
Alright. Constitution.
Ooh.
You see a little bit of ice build up along it again, but once more, it doesn't seem to have any additional effects on it.
Okay, I'm going to move up here, and then that'll be my turn.
Libu.
Lobu's gonna shout from the back, "Helmed whore," more like "helmed boar."
Boo.
Oh my god. I might have to walk.
I mean, with the surround and pound, I don't think it's pronounced horror.
So it seemed to have some effect. The thing actually seemed to hear you. And it turns its head, you hear the squeak sound as it turns its head towards you, Libu.
And then Lobu is going to move over here and hide behind Dread.
A helmed whore is something completely different. You pay extra for that.
On the bright side, they wear protection. Then that's thinking with your head.
Oh my god.
Dread.
Did you miss me, or?
Oh, Topaz, I'm sorry. I don't know why my brain.
I see how you are. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, I'm the hell with it. I'm gonna try to go ahead and snatch the net up and drop it over it again. Can I do that? Laying on the floor?
I'm trying to remember if that's a free action or a bonus action to pick up an item from the ground. Hold on
I believe
1 second.
it's a bonus action.
Yeah, especially since it's at this.
It's a free action to
feet.
drop it to the ground.
Yes, that would make sense because it's at this thing's feet, so that would indicate bonus action. Yes. So it's a bonus
that's
action
fine.
to grab it, which means
I don't really want to kick it again anyway. That hurt. So.
So
yeah, I'll
using
try
up
to.
your entire turn, basically grabbing the net and attempting to drop it over it again.
Sure.
Anyone else getting real steel vibes?
Advantage because of the flanking.
I have to see
right?
that. Yes, actually, you would get extra damage from flanking. Advantage from flanking. Yes. And that's just enough to drop the net once again on top of this thing.
Okay. It's gonna hate me, but okay.
Well, it appears to still be aiming over at Lobu.
And you really hurt its feelings, man.
Evidently, it has feelings. I will double check because most of the time, for me, constructs aren't capable of being viciously mocked, but there's nothing in there that says that. It implies that this thing has some.
Can I be mocked?
Yes.
Because I'm sentient?
You're a sentient being. Any
Okay.
sentient being, regardless of its make, can be mocked unless it's immune to psychic damage.
Right. Quick thing since we're on this topic. Can I be healed by myself?
I'm going to say yes, your god allows you to heal
Okay.
yourself. However, other people cannot heal you with their
Okay.
skills.
Okay, I couldn't remember what Warforged was treated with that.
I'm gonna keep on that ruling until I get a chance to double check and look at the actual book. I'm hoping to get that.
Yeah, I think it depends. If it's the one I've seen, I've seen one. They take half. They only get half back, I think.
And if it rules that, then I'll rule that for all things.
But I could be wrong. I think there's different versions of Warforged, and I don't know which one is the correct.
I'll just get one of you guys a wrench for Christmas.
I've seen at least 2 that both said they were 5e and they were different. I'm not sure which.
There are 2 that are 5e now.
Yeah.
They released a new version that nerfed the.
Which one's official?
There's the original.
The new one.
Yeah, there's the original one from D&D Beyond, and then there is the brand new official Wizards of the Coast book that just.
Oh, they did another one past D&D Beyond. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using the old Warforged because I couldn't find the new one, and I'm too broke to buy the new one.
But like I said, I'm hoping for a copy for Christmas because I've got a small wish list, so I'm hoping that somebody on my wish list thing will pick that up for me, and at that point I will make the official ruling. Until then, I will use a temporary ruling saying that your god allows you to heal yourself by full. Everyone else, probably not. But I can readjust that if you keep getting badly hurt and can't heal. Need to pick up. But it still wouldn't.
I got something lined up.
It still would not be full for everybody else because of the way you're made up. Even if that's the case.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm holding off on the official ruling until I get that book, but until then, I'm going to go with this ruling.
Okay. We could always run the Skyrim logic for some mods. Someone hits me with a mace and percussive maintenances me better.
So that's all I can think of right now, though, is Overwatch. And the old style. The old style building the turret, which got completely changed a while ago. I miss that. Anyway, it's Dred's turn. What would you like to do, Dred?
I'm going to attack.
It is restrained. You get advantage. Still a miss. Still a miss. That one, however, does hit.
Okay, need to make a wisdom save.
What is Dred?
Is that a magical effect?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so that means it gets advantage. Doesn't matter. But
It's frightened.
it can't be frightened. It's immune to that.
So it's immune to the frightened. Okay, never mind.
So it definitely takes damage, and it seems to take more damage from the psychic than the actual slash. However, you can tell that it's not scared of you.
Okay. That's it.
Noxie.
Just gonna keep blasting. I'm gonna move in front of Lobu to protect him.
And potentially hit Dred in the back, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to shoot.
Oh, I like that.
That's pretty good.
Your bolt just goes right past Dred and right into that thing's faceplate. So you now see a bolt sticking right in between the faceplate bit, yet it is still up and standing.
Alright, that's my turn.
However, you do see like little sparks and more of that black oily substance dripping down from it. The Helmed Horror will use its first attack to strike at the net.
Isn't it restrained? Okay.
Which means it's a disadvantage. And I believe that destroys the net.
It certainly does.
And because a Dread is between it and its target, which is Lobu, it is going to attack Dread with its second attack.
Oh, goody. Miss.
Alright. You also have 20 AC, that's good for you. Cogsworth!
Yes. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Yay. Seeing that it did not seem completely unaffected by that attack, I will grip my warhammer and one-handed lash out for an attack.
And And that would be a miss. Your warhammer just kind of bounces off the really tough back plating. Anything else you can do?
Yeah, let me double check something. I could cast spiritual weapon, but I don't think I will. I'll end my turn here.
Okay. Volin.
Yeah, I do one thing kind of well. I'll come in twice with the great axe.
And the first one is enough to destroy it. Basically, this thing was down to 1 HP. You swing your great axe around and just kind of smash right into the joint of its basically head. The head's kind of the wrong word for something like this. It just pops off. The helmet just goes flying into that wall over there from the swing, and just this black, oily blood substance just comes spurting everywhere as the rest of the body just collapses to the ground.
Excellent.
Good shot, Captain.
The casualty was a net.
Good job with that, Topaz. That helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm picking up the remnants of it. Well, I guess I'll be fixing that later.
Was anyone injured?
Look like it.
Noxie's gonna scrounge around for any bolts that survived.
Alright. Make a roll. How many bolts did you have?
I shot off 2.
Alright. So roll a 1d3. Alright, you find both bolts survived. They're covered with a bit of the oily substance, but, it doesn't look like it's going to hurt you.
Okay.
Do any of you need to be tended to?
Are you a healer?
Yes.
I'm actually wounded. I'm not saying anything, though. But I guess if you look close enough, you would notice I'm down 14 points.
Noxie would point at Dovin.
Oh, I would appreciate it if you didn't mind.
Okay.
A little bit wounded.
I will step towards the altar.
A lot of us are hurt to some degree or
if
another.
we have the time, I will take 10 minutes and cast Prayer of Healing. While the others do what they need.
Would you guys like to take 10
Everyone
minutes
is
in this room?
healed for 13. If we took I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm asking simply because, while this does not affect you, Cogsworth, because you are a construct, there is a poison in the area that constantly keeps affecting them every hour.
I mean, I'm okay with 10 minutes. We can spend that time looking around this room and figuring out.
Everyone gets 11?
13. Life Cleric.
Everyone gets 13. Perfect.
I'm not sure how to add that +2 to every single healing I do.
So, while you guys are getting healed, what would the rest of you like to do in this room?
I'd like to study this pillar in the center.
Alright. Roll an investigation check.
Can I aid on that?
Sure. There appear to be some old glyphs etched into this pillar, although they do have stains of blood upon them.
This is where the recording came. This is where the sound came from, right?
Yes.
This must be some kind of. There's no magic mouth on this thing, right? That's not.
No, that's not
what's
the sort of
causing
magic
that?
that you detected. In fact, the type of magic you detected is, because there's an actual listing here for detect magic.
That's unusual.
Yep. Hold on, I'm trying to find it again. I hate when that happens. Like, I know what. There we go. You notice as you're studying the detect magic again that it's an aura of evocation coming from the pillar.
I sort of say that to myself aloud, so if anybody's standing near me, they'd be able to hear it.
What does that mean?
It's a school of magic. I don't know how to describe the location actually. I give an explanation of evocation.
Oh wait, is that for blowing stuff? Oh yeah, I know what that is. My sister
always
uses
for
that.
blowing stuff up. But
My sister uses that kind of magic.
Yeah, it can be very.
Well, then, if that's what's written on that pillar, are you sure you should be messing with it? It's liable to go off.
It might.
And I'm sorry, Grizz, but did we say that I'm channeling prayer while they're doing this stuff with the pillar?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, Topaz, you look at that pillar, you look at the glyphs on it, and realize that at some point in the past, there was probably something. You have to roll an investigation check. That person who whispered me. There was something, sort of trap or trigger associated with this, but you get the sense that for the most part, it's no longer functioning. That especially after you took down the helmed horror, that you have basically essentially disarmed the trap. However, you also get the sense that there might be something inside that pillar, like something trapped within.
Physically trapped in the pillar?
Correct.
I mean, it's housing something. That's very interesting, Topaz. Do you think we can get this open? Should we get this open?
I don't know, but looking at the glyphs, I'm thinking maybe the trap is done, or would have gone off on us already. So maybe there's a hidden catch. Noxie, can you take a look at this?
Noxie will go over and take a look at it.
Can I help her with that look?
Sure.
Would it be investigation?
Yes. Cogsworth, you don't see anything else of interest.
Is it still looping this message?
No, the message seems to have stopped.
Okay.
Noxie, as you examine the cylinder more closely, you notice that there is, some kind of little tiny hole that you think you might be able to fit your thieves' tools into. Maybe something to unlock it.
Alright, Noxie will just instinctively attempt to do so.
Hey, Dovin, did you add the 13 health?
I did. Thank you.
Just to make sure everyone added it.
Alright. You hear it. And there, the light just shines brighter for a moment, and the entire pillar appears to disintegrate, revealing. Hold on, it's behind Cogsworth now. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll just shimmy.
Revealing this, a winged creature of some kind that just suddenly appeared in front of you, kind of shaking itself off and peering around with interest.
Oh, I know what these
With a
things
long,
are.
snaky head and large, I believe, feathery wings, if memory serves. Let's see if there's a handout for this.
Noxie jumps back, surprised by things jumping out of things.
What's even better than a snake, Lobu? A snake that can fly!
Yes, actually, it does resemble a snake. So yes, Libu, you need to do a fear check, and it is covered with feathers. This is what you guys see in front of you. Libu, you immediately believe it's a horrific snake with wings that can fly anywhere and dive bomb you.
Ballin'.
And
he's just heading out that.
I step closer and peer at it. Curiously.
Roll a religion check, please, Cogsworth.
That crit is taunting me.
Yeah. You sense that you should know this, but there's some sort of error in your memory banks that's preventing you from recognizing it.
Does it seem hostile?
Roll an insight check.
This creature seems familiar. Cannot seem to
Does
remember.
not seem hostile whatsoever. It stretches its wings out. Just seems to be yawning a bit, and stares around at all of you.
How large is this creature?
Let's see. I do believe it is just a medium size. Yep, medium.
Well, that's a change of pace. Everything else we've run into in this place has been giant.
It's beautiful.
Giants reside here now?
Kind of peers
No,
around.
Everything's been big.
And all of a
We've
sudden,
run
you hear a voice in your minds, even as you're discussing the sizes of things, saying, "Oh, you've managed to release me from that pillar. Oh, thank
Is
you
that
for
in
that."
everyone's head?
Yep, everyone's head.
Oh, geez, here we go with the head talking again.
Do we perceive a gender from the voice?
No, actually, you do not. It seems like a very musical voice, but without an actual gender to ascribe to it.
It speaks.
Were you trapped? Who
For,
trapped you?
I've been trapped in there for quite some time. It was used for some sort of ritual to purify people. But
Were you behind the deaths?
behind the what?
There were a great many deaths here.
No, not really. I it kind of curls around itself. Not in the way you mean. I was not seeking anyone's death, but I was trapped in here and was forced to replay something over and over again.
Trapped? By who? Or what?
By the people that built this place.
They seem to long since be gone.
They referred to me as I cannot pronounce that. Sorry. I will write it out, and you guys can attempt to pronounce it. But my
Cuckoo kangaroo.
Kukulkan.
yes, they called me that.
Oh, that's like the Mayan god of storms, right? IRL.
Maybe.
Okay.
Considering this entire shrine is basically Mayan and Aztec origins.
Neat.
But
Great. Well, then, can you tell us the purpose of this place?
I think a lot of it was to test, purify, and sacrifice people.
Oh, well, it's done that.
Yes, it has. Done that over a long period of time. But it has been dormant, I take it, for some time.
It has.
Following that pillar, I did not know time was passing.
It's been almost 2,000 years.
What?
2,000 years ago is when the when this place was, the entire island area was invaded and taken over, and new things were being built. So it might be 2,000 years since this place was built originally.
Oh, since the place was built. Okay.
Yeah. Because if you recall, the slug informed you, or snail rather, informed you of how much time it's been since the last time it saw anybody in here. I mean, since the people that were supposed to live here were here.
I don't suppose you know anything about a treasure over at Cogsworth, either of you.
Oh, treasure! Yes, of course. You have gotten me free from that. At least I can do is part with this treasure. It's of no use to me. I know that the items on the various tables, especially if the mechanism no longer works, are probably worth quite a bit. Maybe a few hundred gold, if I remember my values correctly. But what I have to give is I have a few spells.
Spells.
Well, sorry. I have a few magic items. Ugh, why did I say spells? And it kind of like pulls down into its feathers and produces 3 items. There's some kind of balance, which looks odd and has some gems on either side, a mirror, and a parapet of some kind.
What's a parapet?
Necklace, basically, right?
Yeah,
A periapt?
Periapt, thank you.
Because I thought a parapet was a part
Parapet
of
was
a
on a
castle.
castle. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
there's a parapet. How's it fit in here?
I am a terrible pronunciation for things that I
Or
will never
maybe
see
maybe
written
she's
down.
talking like, or maybe she meant the spirit of a deceased animal one kept as a companion, a parapet.
No,
Oh, God.
in this case, I'm just referring to I believe it's a necklace with something that can hold a bit of liquid or something else like that in there. I don't know for certain. I just know that the ones I've seen appear to have the ability to contain liquid.
What are these?
Well, we got an essential oil necklace.
Yes. Here's the one. So, it's producing a set of scales that bear celestial symbols on one pan and fiendish symbols on the other. It also appears to have some gems, a bag full of them. Do you see... Oh, wait. I forgot. I have the actual handouts for these. It's in my magic item handouts. I keep forgetting that this exists.
I don't know, people. I'm thinking we may have solved the riddle of this place at last.
Okay. There's the balance. For anybody who wishes to take that one. The other one was the mirror. And the last one is a parapet or periapt of wound closure. Like I said, I'm terrible at pronouncing words that I only ever saw written down at some point and never heard for the longest time. They call it the writer's, the reader's pronunciation issue.
When it was talking about the treasure on the tables, did it mean the tables of offerings and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Nox is going to start scooping that into a bag.
Okay. Altogether, the miscellaneous items, which are about are equal to about 450 gold worth of items.
Okay. I'll hand that bag to.
You hear the occasional clicking as you're gathering them up, but it doesn't seem to lead to anything. The creature stretches itself and says, "I really should get going. I wish to return home now."
Where is home for you?
The celestial plane.
I didn't get the handout for the
periapt.
Periapt, yeah.
Oh, there's no handout for the periapt.
Sorry.
It should be under in the compendium. It's just a typical periapt of wound closure.
Oh, yep, it's in there.
Yeah. So anybody that wishes to take that one, you can just drag and drop it onto your character sheet.
So, just out of curiosity, the periapt, is it consumed for that first function of it, or is it just always?
I think
work?
it always works.
Okay.
It does require attunement though.
Okay, I was trying because I've never seen that item.
Topaz, did you want to take that? I don't really need it, and Dread's very heavily armored.
Why, if I didn't know better, I'd think you're saying I'm a lightweight.
Oh, no, never. No, of course not.
At this point, the winged feathery serpent flaps its wings and vanishes in a golden glow.
Just because I've been unconscious perhaps more than anyone else in the party.
It's just a suggestion. If you don't want it, that's fine. I'm just saying that...
No, I'll take it. I'll take it now because obviously I need it because, knocked out all the time and I don't want me to die. I'm glad you care.
Oh, of course.
I'm glad you came around to that so fast. I thought you would maybe have
Oh, fuck you. Just shut up. I put up with it from her. You know why.
If Noxie could make sound, she'd be laughing.
It occurs to me, by the way, that Cogsworth has no concept of what your characters look like. If you would like to take a minute and describe your characters to Cogsworth.
Okay. Noxie is a goblin. She wears a hood and she wears bandages over her mouth. She has black hair and she has a crossbow on her back.
How tall are goblins? Like 3.5 feet ish.
Yeah, that's exactly how tall Noxie is. She's 3'5".
Dovin is a middle-aged to slightly older man. Got a beard, got some hair. That's about it. He's not, well, he's a little slightly portly, but he's not like fat or anything.
What weapons does he use? Or is he holding currently?
He's a druid. He's got a shield, but no weapon.
Okay. Dread?
Dread is a tiefling. She's wearing splint mail armor. She has a symbol that looks like a skull on a medallion around her neck.
Okay.
She has a long sword.
Right. And Topaz?
She is a sea elf.
Ooh.
Doesn't wear a lot. Anyone else will tell you. What little she does wear is basically some seal skins and shark teeth and that kind of thing. She wears quite a bit of scrimshaw jewelry and is otherwise pretty muscular and athletic looking and carries a silver tipped spear. She has extensive tattoos across most of her skin. Almost all of it is Aquan themed things and images of a dragon turtle, large one across the breadth of her back.
Ooh. Lobu?
She looks kind of tough.
Lobu is also a sea elf, but is very...
There the similarity ends.
Exactly. Lobu
Topaz is the radiant specimen, and Lobu is Lobu.
He's kind
Topaz is what? The what specimen?
I believe
Radiant.
Radiance.
Radiant.
Okay.
As in, Topaz is the epitome of sea elf.
From the land of hats.
You'd almost get the impression that Topaz is like royal heritage and Lobu is like the peasant version of sea elves.
Okay.
He is wearing like armor that looks maybe just a little too big for him, and his pockets are just bulging with what looks like random crap from a distance. He's got a bit of a mohawk, and he looks like he's pretty much freshly out of adolescence.
Okay. And Bolin?
Yeah, Bolin, she's a 6'5" half-orc, very muscular. Right now she's wearing mariner's armor, and she has a great axe on her back. She has a matching anchor tattoo on one of her arms. It's matching with Lobu, except hers is a little bit better. And
I'm guessing bigger.
bigger, but also Topaz just did a little bit of a better job on it. And yeah, she has pierced ears, kind of shaved undercut, and yeah, 6'5", 200 pounds, just big half orc.
Okay. She attack. Not only does she attack, but she attack, and she also attack.
Yeah, precisely.
She's also the captain. Are you still wearing your captain's hat?
Oh right, I have a captain's hat, and I tied a bear rug to me at one point.
That's right.
A bear.
a
A living, full-grown bear.
No, just a rug made of a bear skin.
Okay.
And these are the strange people that woke you up, Cogsworth.
So even fully clothed, you still fight bear.
Nailed it.
May I ask, how long have I been unconscious?
I'm guilty of not writing down what the snail said. Does Dovin remember?
Roll an intelligence check to see if Dovin remembers. Unless you have like the perfect memory feed or whatever that one's called. I have to make you
Nope.
roll if you didn't write it down. Dovin, the actual date has escaped you, and this probably frustrates your librarian sensibilities.
Incredibly so. Well, Blast, what did he say? Gosh, this has just been so hectic down here. I apologize. I don't have an exact date for you, but it's been a while. You may want to sit down. Although you've been sitting down for a while, so maybe you don't want to.
I assure you, I am well rested.
It's been at least 500 years.
Could have done so much good.
You still can.
I must find where to go. The world may be a different place.
I assure you, it was quite a different place from when you went to sleep. We can show you.
If you have the time.
That is assuming we can get out of this place. You wouldn't happen to know the way out, would you?
I remember
For this, Cogsworth,
coming here voluntarily.
roll a history check, seeing what you remember of this place.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. So, you know two possible ways out. One is the base of the shrine. And it is like, you go down a floor, you go somewhat to the east, you wind around, and there are some stairs that go up and out on the base floor. There is another way out if you wish to take the longer, what you might consider the longer and possibly more dangerous route, which would be heading east, sorry, not east, north of here, northeast from here, going through the what's it called? I have to change rooms to see what it says. Well, what appears to be some kind of spider chute, from what you remember. It's a very specialized way, and various people just like trying to purify themselves will go through it and potentially wake the wrath of the spider. Go up. Well, it's not actually a longer route. It's more like a far more dangerous way up, going up to the third tier, because there are, from what you understand, potential dangers, especially if there haven't been people here in a while. At which point, even though it's probably the fastest way to get out, it is far more dangerous, because the things that are there aren't exactly people. They are potentially immortal, kind of like you. They can lay in dormancy for some time and not still be there at this point, even after 500 years.
I recommend that this path. And I begin to head down the stairs toward the path that winds and heads back outside.
Oh, wait. That kind
So
of maybe caved in.
I will drag and drop your characters to that point if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Alright, so Cogsworth would be starting to head
Okay.
that way. You guys would take notice of the fact that Cogsworth is heading the way you came, and that's where you'd be telling him to stop.
Yeah, we found the main entrance before, and it's not likely that anything will be coming in and out of that.
Lots of the exits seem to be collapsed at this point. I feel like
Oh.
we've walked almost.
Oh dear.
Is there another way?
Yes. But I'd prefer not to go that way. Choice. There's a path. The victims, you might say, would go through to purify themselves. a spider shoot, and they're possibly a mortal creature, somewhat like myself, simply shut down.
Well, more like yourself in the sense that they were
So invulnerable to time,
Not
not
invulnerable to
aging?
time. Not a Warforged type of thing. More like yourself in the
Similar to the
sense
creature we just fought.
possibly that, and possibly like yourself. Like some of them might have been created by somebody, but not necessarily not exactly. It's probably not Warforged. There's like no other Warforged here that you've ever encountered, but
Okay.
like other constructs, other beings that are like constructs, other things that simply do not age and can go inert for hundreds of years and still be fine. You also are aware of what lies on the other door, and I'm going to whisper that to you. 1 second. Oops. So, you know that the door to the east here.
I can't see that.
The door to the east here. Do you see that?
Okay. Yeah.
That way leads to a representation of the land of the dead, as per this religion's view of of things.
Uh-huh.
It is quite unpleasant. In addition to being an area that you know to contain large spiders, or at least as of the time period that you were last awake, there's also something sort of madness creature in that room. Again, this is at least back when you were last here. It's possible something might have happened to it, just like whatever the ritual space that you were found in had been compromised by something, like, things had happened. But you do know that last you looked inside that room, when you went through there again, that there were different sections with different types of magic. All, some of the things that did damage, other things that, simply tossed people into different directions, so that it is, not the best way to go, but it's the only way apparently to go at this point. You have some
the door or the chute?
the door is
Okay.
is that, and it's filled with things, and in the middle of the place is the chute that will get you from one place to another, but it of course has its own dangers, because there are the spiders are supposed to be, the giant spiders are supposed to be in there. It's the spider chute, after all.
Yeah.
But you have at least some knowledge of the dangers of that room, and might have the ability to navigate it to get them at least to where they need to go. All right?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I like this statue concept. Never mind. Sorry.
So, this door, would that be to the north? Is your map? Does your map follow the compass?
No, it doesn't. That's the east. There's
Okay.
That's the frustrating thing sometimes on these D&D maps. It's like, dudes, you can draw it in any direction you want. Why don't you just do the compass directions up, down, the standard way, so that when people are describing stuff, they don't get confused.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
it's this way.
So up is east.
So up is east, yes.
Okay. The door up ahead, and I motion to the eastern door.
This one?
Eastern.
Last I recall, there was a representation of this religion's realm of the dead, and there was an entity of madness there.
Sounds great. Let's go.
I should hopefully be able to guide you through, but it will be dangerous. There's another way that goes up a tier. But as I recall, there might be other constructs, or a large insect.
Great. So what you're saying is bugs,
spider
endless
natures.
traps, certain death. Let's go.
Which would you rather go?
It all sounds bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying we have a choice between the giant insects or the robots.
Well, if
Sorry.
the robots are anything like that other thing,
The constructs and the spider will be in the same path.
oh, wonderful, even better.
Oh, so either the madness or the...
I'd rather fight the thing that I can hit.
The
I
death
don't
room,
like things getting in my head.
the madness death room, or the spider tunnel.
Madness Death Room just doesn't sound good. Even when you speak those words, it just doesn't sound good. It sounds really
disagree.
bad.
It sounds
I
very
will...
interesting.
I
Well,
will say
You're just warped, Volan, and we know. I mean, you're into that stuff, okay? And let's not get into it. But just saying.
I can't believe it.
Ooh, trouble in paradise.
Nobu, I swear to God.
you two need to have a sit down. But later?
Fine.
Not. I have one spell left, and then I'm like super fucking tired. I need to sleep because I can't cast any spells, man.
We all do, but we can't because we're going to choke to death if we try.
Vaughn, were you saying something?
Yeah, did you just curse Odin? Watch your fucking mouth.
I'm sorry. I'm just very frustrated.
Noxie puts her hands over her ears.
You're a bad example for the children.
I'm so sorry. Look, I'm just a little overwhelmed. You know, I almost died, and
Okay.
I'm very excited to meet our new friend Cogsworth. Please, you caught us on a bad day. Usually, there's not this much fighting. This is really stressful.
I assure you, you've caught me on a bad day as well.
Nice.
Now, let's go kill a spider.
Okay. Is everybody okay with that?
Sure.
Oh, wait, come back. Come back.
I walk forward. Ring any bells?
That's the way to go if you wish to go back downstairs, which this party has already gone.
I am heading towards the spider tunnel.
Alright, that's this way.
I thought the madness door was that way.
There's madness past it.
So they're the same route.
Madness is off the stuff. Basically, when you go into that room, there's some sort of madness creature somewhere nearby, and then there's the spider tunnel.
Okay.
It's all in this one big vast room.
Okay.
Oh, so we're just gonna die. We don't have a choice of how we die.
Listen, y'all are
Would
fucking
anyone like to enter first?
I gave you guys a cleric. What else do you want?
The door's open.
Yes, they do. And inside, you see the following. This
I'm
room...
going to go ahead and refresh my light.
Okay. This room is decorated with a bizarre diorama depicting the land of the dead. Small, brightly painted clay statues have been placed about the room to represent the inhabitants of this realm and the unfortunate people they have taken into their care. In the center of the room, the floor rises to form a small hill. A group of small figures seem to be struggling to roll a boulder up the hill, while a devil drives them on. Above the hill in the center is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie silver light. A cobblestone path leads from the western door, which is where you guys are now standing, to the foot of the hill. A similar path runs eastward and then veers south. Sections of the diorama around the perimeter of the room depict different environments in the land of the dead. In the western end of the room is a region of burning sands. There, devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their hands. Along the southern side is a grassy plain where people frolic and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, the floors open into a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while the flames lick the walls. East of the hill, and a side area of the room, is the counterpart to this fiery canyon, an icy waste. To the north of a hill is a putrid, bubbling marsh, where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface. From out of the marsh, a black, torpid river winds its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west to pour over the lip of a steam-filled chasm in the northwest corner of the room. Within this dark chasm, worms pursue the fleeing forms of naked people. In the south corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is a barred door.
I'm
Hold
sorry,
on.
when you say worms, do you mean like the little dirt-eating ropes or dragon?
Dirtying ropes.
But none of these are real. These are all just clay representations.
Clay representations, yes. However,
How about the rivers? Are they actual liquid?
They appear to be... You know, they look like they're actual rivers. From what you're looking around, just staring at it, but it's just kind of odd to see that here.
Stop
Is there
at
light
the
enough
door.
for me to see without my cantrip?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
The dim light, the eerie light, can I see in it?
Yes.
Or is it...
Yes, you can see in this light.
Okay, then I will
It's bright enough to
disable...
illuminate everything.
Last time we stepped in a room with little figures all in it like this is the time we fell down here. We got trapped.
Yeah, and then they came to life.
Only
You're
when we touch them.
You sure about this, metal man?
As sure as I can be.
And you're saying this
information
one
is
to the
correct.
left is what, the spiders, and the other one is madness, or...
No, we get both, no matter what.
Oh, we get both no matter what.
There's
Great.
a madness creature nearby, but we must ascend to a higher level.
I should be happy because it's not more hallways and stairs, right? So, yay!
Is there something we can do to avoid this madness creature?
We whoop its ass.
I'm not sure. No one here has questionable sanity.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
No loose
Depends
on
wires,
who you
screws
ask.
loose.
So, this here is the hill. Somewhere above it is the chute which is producing the light.
I'm sure I'll regret the answer to this question, but I must ask. What do you think will happen if we help the figures roll the stone to the top?
I think it's gonna piss the devils off.
I mean, the devils want the stone at the top of the hill.
I was gonna say, I think we'd probably make the devil very happy.
I think the devils
Maybe
just
raise-
want to torment the non-devils. And once they push it up, even if we help them, then they drop it back down, and they'd have to do it all over again because it's hell.
What are the odds one of them is named Sisyphus?
Must be a
I'll
land
step
walker thing. I don't
forward.
get it.
15 feet.
Alright.
Can I see the whole room or still only 30 feet?
You can make... basically, you can make out as much as you can actually see in this room currently.
Okay.
So a lot of these things aren't really visually represented, but you said that like there's actually the
Yeah.
chasm
so-
over here and plains over and fertile plains,
Yeah,
and then
there's the nice plains over here,
Arctic.
there's a hill there, there's a lot of fire down here. So...
but
north-
not actual fire. It's like
You have to get close enough to be able to tell. You can't tell from where you're at whether that's a real fire, just like you really can't tell if it's a real river.
You said that the red dotted lines are like cobblestone paths.
Yep,
or
they're
something?
cobblestone paths that appear to...
To scale?
Some say yes, they each are about 5 feet.
So what's the rest of the floor like?
It appears to be different types of landscape. Because, I mean, there's the hill over here, or the cobblestone path actually goes up that. There is the burning sands, which is right where you guys are standing currently.
Okay. It's not. I thought you were describing paintings. That's what the floor actually
In
looks
fact,
like.
Roland, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
this is a giant D&D gaming table, complete with figurines and terrain.
I was thinking more Warhammer. There's a lot of figurines here.
Yeah, Roland, you're fine. Although your nose feels a little bit dry for some reason, but you're otherwise fine.
My nose feels dry.
Yep, your nose is starting to feel a bit dry where you're standing in the burning sands.
Does it feel like heat over here? Like if I keep walking in this?
Yeah, it actually does. It feels a bit warm there.
Where are you
So
going?
we're standing in the burning sands right here.
You're standing on the cobblestones at the moment.
Don't go off the path.
It's hot.
Yeah, Captain, why don't you come on back? I'm a little worried about this place.
I'll advance 20 feet.
We're going that way. Is that consensus?
I'm not really excited to poke that stone.
Do we wish to explore this room more or continue onward?
No. No real desire to explore this room. We've got the treasure. Nothing good comes of dealing with
That appears to be the barred door.
miniatures.
The barred door?
Yep, that is the door that happens to be barred. Roll
Do we
a
want to open it?
roll a history check for me, please, Cobblesworth. See if
Cobblesworth?
Cogsworth, sorry. I was thinking cobblestones for some reason.
What was it? History?
Yep, history. See if you remember. Yeah.
Ooh.
As you're approaching towards that door, you suddenly remember that's the door to madness.
We're not going this way. That's
Oh.
that's the bad door.
Okay.
Back it
So-
up. Back it up.
So we
Get up.
do have
Can
to
I see
poke them
where
off.
the spider door is from where I am?
You don't see the door, but you seem to recall the hill. Might be the answer there.
Wait, I will hopscotch my way over the paths. Where's the stone?
There are various little stones being driven up by the little figures. They're
Okay.
nothing big.
I'll make sure
Topaz,
not to touch the stones.
As you climb to the top, you feel gravity or something trying to push you. Roll a strength saving throw, please. Ooh. Roll me a 1d6.
Oh, what?
Sorry, actually a 1d4, no, 1d8, sorry. Alright. You find yourself tumbling off the thing right down there, into that part of the hill. You're feeling a bit cold as the ice, as you start falling into the ice area. And in fact,
What the? This is
You-
actual gravity here.
yep, something seemed to have pushed you right off the hill, and you tumbled and landed into an icy patch. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Oh man. Give me 1 second. I need to figure out what the effect of that spell is. You
Oh, no.
suddenly feel your body
Great.
get really, really cold.
Great.
She asks to borrow a couple d12s.
Oh, I just need to know the effect of the spell.
Yeah.
It says
I actually saw
third
something like that
level.
on Reddit a while back. DM, hey, can I borrow a few d12s? The what?
You take 3 points of cold damage as some of the shark teeth on your outfit just suddenly seem to turn to ice while on you.
Try and
However, it seems
scramble
to be
back up the hill.
adhering to your skin as you do that.
Topaz,
Noxie?
are you okay?
Noxie, what are you doing, by the way?
I'm going to listen at the door.
Alright, roll me a perception check. Alright. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, great.
Well, you just stuck your ear to the door of madness. Serves you right.
I think we've got a new slogan.
You think you hear faint whispers in multiple mouths talking at once from the other side, but you can't make out what they're saying.
Creeped out, Noxie's just gonna back away.
I'm trying to scramble back up the hill.
Alright.
And I'm calling for Topaz to get back onto the road.
Roll a strength saving throw, please. Yeah, this time you managed to... You feel the force attempting to push you back down off the hill, but you managed to scramble back up to the top. And you see a giant pit, some kind of tunnel below you, and some kind of chimney above.
In it.
And jump.
You jump down in there. Let me look at something.
I don't care. I got slow fall.
It's called the spider chute, man.
It is an inclined chute. You start sliding down about 30 feet. And...
Does that one normally jump into random holes without knowing what's at the bottom?
Oh, we all do that. It's kind of fun.
Flashbacks to the well.
You were not.
Oh, sorry. I actually had that backwards. That's actually on the ceiling, not down. That's up, not down. My bad.
The incline one?
Yeah, that one's actually the chute. It's right above the top of the hill. So you can actually you look up and you realize that if you were standing on someone's shoulders, you could easily reach that and scramble up. So it's
Did Topaz jump into the hole?
No. I had it backwards. Looking at this map, I thought that was a hole. That's actually the chute in the ceiling.
Okay, so there is no hole in the hill.
My bad. As I said, I was reading that backwards and looking at the picture backwards. No, that's actually something in the ceiling that appears to be at a slight angle.
Okay.
But looking up, it looks like you require 2 people to stand on, but you happen to be a monk and can jump really high. So...
Try to latch on to something. So, I mean, does it look like it's got any climbing texture spots, or what's it made of?
It appears to be made out of stone. However, you do notice that it is covered in webs.
Okay.
Which means that, yes, you can latch onto that and pull yourself up if you get up there.
Yeah. Stuff.
If you wait for us, we can assist you.
Is the hill jumpable? Like,
I'm not going to jump up if it's webs. I'll wait. We need to burn this. Somebody who's got fire can stand right here and just burn it before we go up it.
I will motion to the others to move ahead of me, and I will help them get up the hill.
Okay.
To give them a boost.
It's full of webs, people. Full of them.
I have candles.
I have a torch.
I may need to borrow that torch.
I'm gonna go ahead and how many torches do I have?
Can't one of you cast fire of some sort or another?
Not today. I'm gonna go ahead and give Codsworth a couple torches.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure if my sacred flame will do the trick. I can try, but I'm not sure what it'll do.
Noxie will hand Cogsworth her tinderbox.
I have a tinderbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a priest. One might say I'm incensed. Yeah, I will help anyone up the hill that wishes to go up the hill. I'm waving for people onward.
Noxie will go. Do I have to make a check?
Yep. As you climb up to the top of the hill, you feel something pushing at you. DC 15 strength saving throw.
Is that with advantage because Cogsworth is helping me?
Actually, no, it's not, as this is a magical effect, and it is not simply a terrain issue. He can only help you with the terrain issue here.
Okay. Oh,
And you're fine.
With a
-2.
-1. Yeah.
Same thing with the negative as well. Comma
Yeah.
TOO.
Yeah, Noxie has a...
So Noxie, finds something trying to push at her, but she is a stubborn little goblin and doesn't let anything bad happen to her.
Yeah, Noxie has a knack for succeeding strength throws when she shouldn't be able to.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
Dread, why don't you go? Because I think I need a minute.
Okay. See a strength save.
Mm-hmm. And Dread
Wow.
is fine.
2 in a row. All right, Dovin.
I'm going to turn into a giant goat. And I'm going to motion for Lobu to get on my back.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then, because it's sure-footed, the goat has advantage on strength and dexterity throws, saving throws made against effects that would not get prone. And I'm hoping that'll help me.
Oh my god.
Oh God!
Oh my god.
On the bright side, we can all get into the thing now. Just step on his back.
Are you actually giant goat?
Bah! Bah! Yep, he's currently a giant goat. Which means
Yeah,
that,
there isn't.
Dovin, you need to roll a strength saving throw at this point.
Do I get it at advantage?
Yes, you do.
Because of short-foot. Yeah.
Woo!
Add 2 to this roll because as a goat I have 2 more.
I gave you a goat. I gave you the goat token. You can roll on your goat sheet
On my goat sheet. I
under
like
wild
that.
shape. I added 2
I-
wild shapes.
Oh.
No, it's not something you hear every day. You can roll on your goat sheet.
You've got to be kidding me right now.
Oh,
You're good. Lobu, however, you have to also roll a strength saving throw, and you don't get it at advantage.
Ah.
No.
Even though he. Okay, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a magical effect. Lobu, roll me a 1d7.
Oh boy.
I'll catch you.
I still don't know how to roll off numbers.
You click your.
I'll roll it for you then.
Well, so if you go to your character sheet in the box where it says saving throws, just click the one
All right.
for saving. Oh,
Oh.
I'm dumb.
So, Lobu, you feel yourself getting punted right off the back of the goat, and you go sailing across part of the room, and land directly into that steam-filled dark chasm in the northwest, filled with worms.
They're like tiny snakes.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
You are completely terrified. You're under the effects of a fear spell, basically.
All right. Should I start bolting now?
As soon as let's see, you just retaining the giant goat form, Dovin.
I will for a little bit. I'll wait to see what
Alright.
happens.
So basically, all of you saw Lobu get punted off and land in the worm pit.
As I see this, I'm. Where's the pit start?
Northwest.
Is he right at the edge?
Pretty much right over here. You know, this entire area over here.
Okay. I will go ahead and I will move forward and I will attempt to wade into the pit and drag him out.
All right. You also must roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
And,
Aww.
Okay. Alright.
and unless Warforged cannot be affected by fear, you're affected by fear.
Let me double check. I don't think I can. Or I think I'm still affected by.
Yeah, because you're a sentient being, and therefore you might be. But
Resilience. I am immune to disease, and I have advantage against being poisoned, and I have resistance to poison.
right. So this has nothing.
And
to do with
magic can't put me to sleep, but that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like elves. But
Yeah.
So you're also affected by the fear spell. As it feels like worms are crawling all over you.
What does this look like to the rest of us? Do we see like worms crawling all over them?
You see them writhing in a pit of worms. You don't know what else is going on over there.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna be another lemming off the cliff.
I mean, at least I'm in the edge.
All right, let me
Fine.
check 1 minute, giant goat. I need to see what else is in that direction.
Yep.
So north of the hill is a putrid, bubbling marsh, which your giant goat form has just stepped into.
Great.
It doesn't really affect you quite right because this is only worth anything if you're in the middle of a battle, because you are going to be suffocating if you're stuck there for more than 3 rounds. So that's all it says.
Okay.
But,
So I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to first pull Codsworth out.
All right,
I'm
strength
just
check.
gonna bite him on the shoulder and.
Best of luck.
Yeah, Cogsworth doesn't seem to be very movable.
All the metal.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck is going on over here?
And you also start feeling
Bah.
Volan, you also start feeling shortness of breath as it becomes hard to breathe as you step into the marsh.
How far up is the hill?
I'm gonna say it's about 5 feet up.
Okay.
Can Lobu and Codsworth move at all?
They
think we're
can.
gonna-
They're affected by fear. They're terrified at the moment.
I'm uncoiling and slinging an end of a rope down there, keeping a hold of the rest of it and wrapping it around my waist.
Lobu, come here.
So this fear is preventing us from moving.
It's whatever the fear spell will do to you. Let me double check.
Well, whatever the source is, we'll spend all of our actions attempting to move away from it. If we...
Yeah, and I imagine that what you're afraid of right now is the worms. The worms are terrifying you.
Yeah.
As long as we've got the ability to act, I'm gonna jump directly into Volan's arm.
Perfect. All right, come on.
Volan
Come
does
on,
love
boy.
sea elves.
Slowly dragging him back to the path.
Alright.
Codsworth, are you coming?
Yeah.
I'm grabbing onto the goat.
Okay.
Good solution.
All right, so Lobu, when you tried to get up here the first time, even on Dovin's back, you got pushed down.
Yeah.
So I guess that might happen again. Yeah. If I try to bring you up.
I'm classically bad at doing strength, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if helping is gonna help. You know.
Yeah.
We could always throw him.
What about tying a rope around? Oh, I can't talk to my. Sorry.
Yeah, take the end, wrap it around him, Dreadnought, keep a hold of it on this end.
All right. I'll start tying a rope around Lobu's waist.
Do it around his neck too, just to be sure.
Can we attempt to unfear yet?
We'll risk some saving throw.
There, that's better.
Yeah, you're starting to feel a lot better. Libby, though, you're still traumatized. You're terrified you're going to fall into that worm pit again. If you do, you might have to end up clawing your skin open to get the worms out.
Ugh.
Oh,
That's pleasant.
Do saving throws count as ability checks?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Two.
Then
Just happens to
I,
be an ability check with proficiency. That's how it's been described.
if it's okay, then I will go ahead and say a consoling prayer over Lobu and cast guidance. You can add a D4 to one ability check of your choice.
Yeah, skill checks, not saves, because that's different.
So a save isn't an ability check?
Save is not an ability check. A
But
skill
there's a
check.
bunch of people say yes.
No.
Okay.
That's the difference. The saves are something completely different.
Okay, because I
Skill
literally
checks
heard
are-
3 people say yes. Thank you.
Okay, well maybe I'm wrong then.
So there's 3 kinds of rolls. There's ability checks, there's attack rolls, and there's saving throws.
Okay.
So a saving throw is not an ability check.
Okay. Well, I'm still saying a consoling prayer, hoping it helps. I'm doing my best.
Thank you.
What are the odds that I can throw Lobu up this thing with the rope wrapped around him?
I've
You
used
don't
two.
know.
On his own. All right, I'm gonna fucking throw him then. Lobu, I'm sorry about this, but you'll be.
Hold on. What about the madness door? What if we just go through that?
Look, madness is a better option to you than this.
Sounds like they've already gone through the madness door. Now
I'm
throw your
doing
friend
it,
up the
Lobu.
hill.
Yeah.
Does anybody else's screen keep turning black?
Oh, sorry, that was...
Most of my screen is black.
Sorry, that was because I moved you to the wrong, Sorry, I kept forgetting that you need that token at to save.
I'm gonna attempt to throw Lobu.
And do you or do you not have the rope around him?
The rope's around his waist.
Okay, is that the rope being held by Topaz?
Topaz and Dread.
Okay.
Launch.
Strength check on for Volan. All right, Lobu, you've been launched. Let's see here. Topaz, roll a strength saving throw.
Dread's helping. Dread's got a hold of it
Which
too.
means you get advantage.
Can I give Dread advantage?
Whichever of you is holding the rope gets advantage because there are 2 people helping.
I help Dread.
Okay, I need to make a strength save. or
Help
strength
the
check?
anchor.
Strength check. Actually, no, save, because in this case it has to be a save.
Oh, come on!
Oh,
No, you get advantage. You get to roll the second time.
Second crit one.
Please.
oh.
Dread, roll me a 1d7.
Oh no.
Please don't be 7 again.
Back into the worm pit with you.
Alright, 5. You get punted off and land in the marshes. Lobu, you get yanked. Topaz, roll a snake saving throw.
Strength save.
Mm-hmm. You managed to hold tight. Lobu is now dangling as Dread had gotten punted into the to the area of the marsh.
Dread, get out of there as fast as you can.
Okay.
Bring your friend.
I'll bring Lobu. Come on, Lobu, let's get out of this place.
Sounds good to me. On my way, I'd like to make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out if that those figures rolling the ball up the hill has anything to do with our inability to climb. Excuse me, my inability to climb.
Alright, roll Arcana check.
And I'd like to add my guidance to that if
Okay.
that's still
Roll
applicable.
a 1d4 then. So, you don't think the figures themselves have anything to do with this? Like, you realize that destroying them won't change a thing. You get the impression that you're essentially enacting what they go through. That you are the equivalent of the ball that's being rolled up the hill. That every time you get to the top, the devil is attempting to push you back down. But in this case, pushing you in a random direction. So it has nothing to do with you individually. It's anybody getting up to the top of that hill is going to be subject to being pushed at.
With that, do I get the impression that there might actually be a invisible figure up there doing it, or just a force?
There's some kind of force, some kind of spell over the hill.
Well, it's a terrible hill, everyone. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah.
I'm going to console Lobu and ask how he's holding.
I would like to not be in this room anymore. I hate this room. I hate the worms. I hate the little men. They come to life sometimes.
Well, go ahead and kick one. It will make you feel better.
Volan, do you think it's okay?
For you to kick them?
Yeah, the last time I touched one of these little guys, they turned into living people.
Right. And the last time you kicked something, you like broke a toe. So maybe
That
not.
was worth it, Volan.
Look, are we still going this way? Because if we are, I can throw you again.
I don't want to go up there. I don't want to do anything.
All right, let's take a group vote. Are we going through the spider tunnel still, or are we going through the madness door?
I would rather not go through the madness door, but I am new to the group.
Noxie shows a sign and it says spider tunnel.
Okay, Lobu, I'm sorry about this, but you have to go up the spider tunnel. Topaz, catch.
The small one does not talk much, does she?
Noxie nods.
She's unable to.
I'm sorry for.
Noxie just shrugs. And then she writes on she would pull this one out of her bag and it says thank you.
This is all very, very touching. Can we go through the fucking spider?
I will attempt to climb up.
Alright, strength saving throw, please.
And
1d7.
guys are doing great.
4.
So, you see Cogsworth tumble off the hill and land in the cold.
Was it con?
Constitution saving throw.
Heh.
Thankfully, the cold doesn't seem to be affecting you as you peer
Okay.
up towards the ceiling.
Okay. I'll climb up when I get to next.
And you notice something in the chute. Something moving up there.
I do?
Yes, you do, because you're laying currently prone.
Okay. Something's up there, and it's moving.
Noxie looks up the hole.
And you see a giant spider somehow squeezing itself out of the giant hole above your heads.
Oh boy.
How the hell did it get out of that?
It's a spider, like a rat. They can compress themselves really tightly.
Oh.
As long as the bigger part of their body can go through it, and all the rest of them can. For example, a ferret can fit through anything its head can fit through.
Yep.
So says my fiance.
Same with a rat.
Ha!
Everyone wanted to go up the spider chute.
Lobu?
Would you rather fight a mad god?
I'm starting to think so, yes.
Someone make a small child feel better.
Small child.
Give me a good roll, please. Oh, come on.
Hot damn.
Can you manually do initiative? I didn't have my token click.
Sure.
Can you put the 3.2 in?
Sure.
Though if it's still in go form.
Yep.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Let's see, what did Lubu roll? 19, 14. Okay.
Cogs, if you ever find a way to communicate with the people that made you and left you here, tell them I hate them!
I don't believe they're the ones that made.
Topaz! You see a giant spider descending from that chute above you, leaving a long silken thread in its path, nearly landing directly on top of you. What would you like to do?
Violent reaction, I attempt to stab it.
Excellent.
Eloquent.
Hate this beer. No, now all your rolls are affecting me now. Thanks.
You attempt
There
to
we
stab.
go.
You attempt to stab it with your spear, and the spear somehow gets snagged in a bit of web and tries to pull free from your hand. Before that second roll can hit, please roll me a strength saving throw to see if you can yank it back in time. You do, and you manage to redirect it and stab it into the spider.
Then I'll aim a kick at its face. Or not.
Quick question, Grizz. Do you do flanking rules?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So the spider is dripping ichor right directly on top of Topaz. Noxie.
Can I get out from under it? Is moving up here unimpeded on top of the
Yeah, it's
hill?
currently unimpeded because it's basically just barely above you. Basically, it's hanging down from that thread. So it was like dripping on top of you because of that.
Back up a little bit, get there.
It's alright. If I guess one more thing, just because I'm not used to fighting large tokens in an actual 3D space, would that do flanking? Or would it have to be the second line?
Kind of like here be right here for Noxia, that's up. Right here for Topaz. That's how I roll it.
Okay, so literally, what, a straight line through?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
That way, one person is basically just distracting its back, and the other one's distracting its front, or coming at it from either side. Either way, that's very useful.
Yeah.
So, Noxie.
I just wanted to make sure on the angle.
Cool. Noxie.
Seeing as Noxie can't really get far enough to shoot it, without getting off the hill, it's going to move here and attack it with its dagger.
Okay. Sneaky stab. And that is more than enough needed to basically... You realize you can't use your crossbow, so you sneak around, you take out your dagger, you roll underneath the belly of the spiders, it tries to descend down, you just cut right open with your sneaky damage. The guts and the ichor just spill out everywhere, and it collapses as you kind of let yourself sit right next to Topaz. The spider's body and the silk are just hanging down from the ceiling.
Nice job.
There's now actually a rather, usable rope made out of spider silk hanging down from the ceiling, right from that chute.
Noxie just kind of shakes off all the gross shit that it's just poured out on her.
Is Lobu still scared?
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw, please, Libu. You finally shake out that bit of fear. It's like, okay, those were just worms. They weren't snakes. We're good here.
Alright, I'm ready to try this again. But, Fallen, it's important I do this on my own.
No, it isn't. Just get up here.
You can do it.
Be careful.
Noxie holding a go low boo sign.
Strength saving throw.
I'll scrape back the road. Oh. Oh, God.
Let's see, where is that one?
Oh no! How far are you being thrown?
You tumble down off the hill right into the lava. Roll Constitution saving throw. Thankfully, the lava does not appear to be affecting you right now.
Is it a nice sauna?
Yeah, it's more like a nice sauna at the moment. You still tumble.
All right, come on, goat man. Get your butt up there.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and go back up.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yep.
Clippy cloppy.
Because Giant Goat has advantage, Giant Goat is now standing up there, looking down at everybody.
All right.
Lobu, come here. I want to make sure that you get up first.
Agreed.
Last time we tried this, a bunch of people fell in a pit.
Yeah, but no one got hurt that time. Look, if you want to go up on your own, that's fine. I'm just suggesting that maybe somebody else help.
Do you
How-
think, Captain?
How about
see what
you and
happens.
I anchor Lobu?
Anchor
It's-
him. How?
Hello?
Yeah, I said anchor him how?
We hold the rope. He will land next to us if he falls, instead of the ones already on the hill getting launched halfway across the room.
So we get launched across the room instead.
But we won't lose progress on getting up the hill.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, Lobu, you go up.
Also,
I will
look at
follow you.
us.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Lobu, you try this. We'll hold you here. If you get yeeted off, we'll catch you.
All right.
Time to test your metal. $12.
The DC is 15. Grab hold of him. Roll your.
Alright,
One of you roll a strength saving throw at advantage.
go ahead, Bolin.
Okay.
You managed to pull him back into your arms rather than see him launched somewhere. At least it worked.
Alright, see, much better that time. We'll try again. No big deal.
Can I
Do it.
try to like bite like Lobu's like or something as he comes up and try and like hold him when he gets launched off?
Inevitably.
If you would like to do that, you can do that. That means you also
I'd
get
like
to
to
roll
try
a strength
doing
saving throw. Alright. Libu, try again. Alright. Giant Goat, you're up. You see Libu starting to get launched.
Would this be a at advantage or no?
At advantage because you're fleet-footed. Both of you, see, Libu, roll a 1d7.
I was
Is
so
this- are we
close
still
to holding it.
Are we still holding him with the rope?
Yes, actually. So Volan and Codsworth, one of you gets to roll strength saving throw at advantage.
Alright, do it.
Alright.
Yes!
You managed to pull Lobu back, but unfortunately the giant goat is already sliding off the hill.
Oh no.
Thankfully, he has landed in some very nice grassy plains.
I'm just gonna like
Snack time?
bend over and start eating a little bit.
Lobu, why?
I'm not sure if I've ever passed a strength save with this character for whatever reason.
Foxy's still cheering you on.
Alright, Lobu. Third time's a charm. Let's go.
I have literally nothing to help. I'm sorry. Alright, Bolin.
I'm sick of this.
Now, somebody roll me. Somebody smart roll me an intelligence check. Giant
Is
goat.
14 smart?
Giant goat, you're walking into the lava. Please roll me a Constitution saving throw. And 14 smart.
Is 14 smart?
In
For
this
you.
world it is.
Smart as me.
Okay, I'll roll it. 15.
Alright. You start looking around. You see the. Oof. Well. Your giant goat form starts burning up. There's the scent of smoked hair. The burning hair fills the air as heat damages your giant goat form. 15 points of damage. Cosworth, you look up at the ceiling. You see the large spider silk, just kind of descended down. You remember that the spider didn't seem to be affected by this. Maybe if you attach a rope to the spider silk and then have people pull that rope down across the hill. Maybe have somebody go up the people go up the rope. They can bypass the hill's security field of whatever that effect is.
Small silent one. If you could feed the spider silk down the ledge, I believe that might help.
There doesn't seem to be quite enough spider silk to go over the ledge, but if you attach a rope to it, you can extend it.
She pulls out her rope and she ties it to the end of the silk and starts to feed it to Lobu.
All right, let's try this.
Are we going to hold on to the other rope attached to Lobu still?
Just in case.
Lobu, just roll me an athletics check now.
Also based on strength, so.
Okay, now that's funny. Lobu uses the rope to start scrambling up the rope all the way up to the chute, which is still lined with the, now up the spider web, and it's now all lined in spider web.
Right.
It just magically works because it's an athletics check now.
That is just funny.
Alright. Now for the catcher of sea elves.
Alright.
By the love of all that is good and holy, may you please climb this hill.
A
Alright, now I will climb up.
What you find yourself in, Lobu, is a cramped tunnel. Though you're slender enough that you can, climb through, and you think that it might be just wide enough, but incredibly cramped for both Cosworth and Dread.
Moxie's going to climb up and after Luke.
Alright, do I need to roll athletics?
Everybody's climbing the rope, yeah. Just roll athletics.
11.
Yeah, it's like, soaring this and it's hard, but you're, just making your way up there very slowly.
Okay. And now...
And all the way into a very, very cramped tunnel.
Is that to get up the hill and to get into the pipe?
Well,
To shoot?
It's to climb up the rope that's now leading up into the pipe.
Okay. So just to get into the pipe and...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for our giant goat friend to get up here.
I have just turned into back to human form.
Okay, I'm waiting for Dobin.
Is Dread okay?
Hey.
Dread rolled a 7.
Dread, you try to pull yourself up on the rope, and it's just you can't get a good grip, and you just kind of fall back down onto the ground.
Okay. I guess I can try again.
Lubu, from your perspective, you could see what appears to be the spider's lair right over there, and you get this impression that normally or at some point in the past,
God.
it would simply wait there for victims to come through, but it hasn't been fed right for the longest time.
Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
I also have a question. While I'm next to the spider's body,
Okay.
with the herbalism kit, would I have any method of storing any kind of reagents that I could get off of it, or would I actually need to
yes,
invest in
I
vials?
think you would. With
'Cause
your
then-
with your herbalism kit, I think you could at least take one tiny, small amount in whatever receptacle
like a
you
quote unquote
have.
dose?
Yeah, one dose. You don't have much if you don't have any other vials, but you probably have like
I don't have
one little
any
container area. Yeah, exactly. But you
And
probably
I-
have like one, kind of like like a
This
single
kit
save area.
contains flippers, mortar and pestle, and pouches and vials used by herbalists to create remedies.
So yeah, you do.
It doesn't say how
you do have
many
vials.
though, so it's however you want to.
Yeah,
roll
I'd say
that.
you probably have like a couple of vials still on you that haven't cracked with
Okay.
age.
Then I will just get a little bit of its toxin.
Yeah, as you use that perception check to look around, you see lots of old skeletons in there, but you don't see anything useful on them. Just like probably again initiates that came through and were eaten by the spider, or eaten by one of its ancestors. You don't know how old the spider is, but apparently they were being fed enough over the years to still be here.
So has everyone climbed up into the tunnel now?
I'm giving Dread a back rub at the moment.
I'll continue climbing up into the tunnel after Topaz, after collecting the toxin.
After all,
I'm gonna give Dread a cast of guidance. So you get to add a D4.
okay, let's see if I can get something above a natural 1.
Come on, you can do it.
Hey, don't even need to do 4.
And he rolls it. Please tell me a 21 works. Please.
Yeah, sorry about that. 1 second, guys. There we go. Yeah, you looks like your guys are all getting up into the oops, there's such a giant. Good. All getting up into the chute. Like, yeah, it's hard going, but you managed to pull yourself into the chute, Devin. I mean, Dread. Ugh.
Does a 12 make it up?
Yes. Basically, you just have to get a 10 on this.
Cool. I give Owen a nod.
Nod back.
Up we go.
Yep, here we go.
Alright, and I once again cast light for myself.
Okay.
And any guidance that I might have on someone is gone. Good comes. Oh, there's a turn?
It looks like that at first, but then there seems to be kind of sort of spider nest. Lubu, as you come to the top of this passage at the very end, because it's been going up slightly all this time, you notice that it's covered with some kind of pewter basin that's blocking your path into the next room. Roll an investigation check, please, Codsworth. What was the check for, Lubu?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was
Wait.
supposed to roll.
I was typing in chat just to try and keep the comms clear, and she told me to roll investigation. I apologize.
Got it.
Sorry. I said Cogsworth on that one. It looks like it could be movable. If you would like to move it, please roll a strength saving throw. Other than that,
What's movable?
Lubu's question.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, you don't
guys,
see any. You don't see anything of interest, Cogsworth.
Okay.
We might have a problem. But I'll give it a shot.
You stress and strain, and you manage to push the pewter basin aside.
Yeah.
This room is small and plainly decorated. On the north and south sides are fountains made of bronze inlaid marble. The southern one is cracked, and only dry, limey deposits remain in it. The northern one contains about 2 feet of dark water, fed by a trickle that falls from the top of the fountain. In the water, the white gauzy form of a crayfish lies on a bed of lime incrustations. To the west, stairs lead up out of the room, and to either side of the stairs along the west walls are narrow, dust-covered ledges.
Will I have any difficulty getting out of this chute, or am I basically ground level?
You're basically now up at ground level. You're good.
Cool. I'm gonna look down at the crawfish.
It looks like the shell of some that was shed a long time ago of some other crawfish. Roll a perception check.
Could we advance forward so I can get into the...
You think that you see something shiny underneath the shell.
Oh man, shiny. Noxie, shiny, look!
Noxie sprints over to look.
Topaz, might we advance? Thank you.
Roll investigation if you wish to see the shiny, Noxie. Yeah, you can't see what he's talking about.
Noxie just squints.
Well, either way, there's no way we're gonna put our hands in there. That's a classic misstep. I think
Is
the
that-
last one was full of acid or whatever.
Can I use shape water to move the water out of the way?
You
As
could,
long as
you
you're
could certainly try.
as long
Yeah.
as you're doing it, you should put it in the dry one.
So you cast shape water.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, the water rises up out of the basin and starts forming in ways you did not expect.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me.
And it attacks.
Mean water! Mean water! Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, apparently I didn't click my token again, though I could have sworn I did.
Yes, it might have been because the water rears over top of you. I'm sorry.
I don't know. All I know is I literally have not rolled over a 5 for all these initiatives.
Alrighty then. Okay, Cogsworth turn.
Had to move up next to
And
the
your
bell.
initiative is 5.12. Alrighty. Topaz! You see
Alright.
this weird water thing that... Well, actually,
Yeah, I
given,
knew it was too easy.
yeah, given that you're a sea elf, you probably recognize this thing as a water weird. That usually is it's quite invisible when in the water, but tends to attack things that, well, attempt to disturb it outside of the water.
Because they're water and they're weird.
Did we disturb it?
Yes, you did. Dovin did. He attempted to use shape water.
If they leave it
Alrighty.
alone, will it calm down, or is it just they've done it now?
Roll an Arcana check. See what you know about them. You aren't sure, but this thing looks like it's getting ready to murder Dovin, so...
Okay. I don't know if stabbing it's going to do anything, but I'll try.
Let's waste this H2O.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that meets the AC of that thing. Yeah.
Any
Sorry.
chance he gets advantage?
Let's see. She does not get advantage at this time because your turn has not come up.
All right.
You do notice that you don't seem to be doing that much damage to it, and the kick fails to land as it arches itself back. Lobu, would you say this looks anything like a snake, or would you just classify it as an eel? And do you consider eels to be like snakes?
I would guess probably not.
Okay. I just wanted to check with you on that one.
Cool.
It probably depend on the eel. Gulper eels are kind of snake-like, though they have the comedically large.
Yeah. The water weird seems to have its eyes fixed on Dovin and moves out to constrict itself around you.
Sorry. Oh, she looked nice. I think that hits me.
Meets and exceeds your AC, and therefore.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Alright, so it is now grabbed you into yourself. It's like you're covered in water. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're currently considered grappled. Volan.
I'm just oh shit. And I'm gonna try to yank Dovin out.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that would be a strength saving throw, please. You meet the AC. You go reach in and just grab him, pull him out before he can possibly drown.
And would I be able to extra attack without that great axe?
I'm gonna allow it.
Alright.
Still doesn't seem to do that much damage. Water just kind of like parts as you push the great axe through it, but it quickly reforms again. Noxie.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but I accidentally blew a breaker, so the computer's off right now.
Okay.
Like 2 minutes.
Alright.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hope you guys are okay.
We're
Noxie.
fine. I was just trying to heat up a snack.
Aw.
Okay. Just gonna slash at it with my daggers.
Okay.
Do I get flanking, or is
Not until Cogsworth gets a turn. So it's currently not in combat with the water weird. Oh! Alright, let me see how much damage that does.
Damn.
Rogues, man.
17 points of damage altogether. Wow. That's all damage is halved for normal weapons, but that's an incredible amount.
and I'm going to also attack with my offhand.
Alright, go for it. You don't get sneak attack bonus on that, but woo. Still, damage is damage.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Dovin, you're wet, but your friend Volan just pulled you free, and your hands are now ready for action.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna freeze it because I can't do anything else.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. Ooh. Sorry.
Oh, I have advantage.
No. I'm hearing my cat whining, riding outside the door.
Okay. So then I'm gonna take one step back, not to provoke an attack of opportunity, but
Yeah, you're still within its
provide
range
room. Yeah.
because
So now
it's
this is-
large. Now we have Dread.
I'll move up.
Nice. Second attack misses, however.
Okay. That's it.
Water's just spraying out. Lubu.
Alright. Lobu is going to use. He's going to attack with Old Dusty, and then if that hits, he'll use.
The magical blade?
It is.
Oh. All right.
He'll use defensive flourish then.
You seem that this blade that you're holding in your hand does more damage to this thing than you might expect, given your companion's lack of results.
And then before I make my next attack, I'll shout over to Dread. Are you using that weird sword I gave you?
I don't know where.
Welcome back.
I'll attack.
Hello.
Right in time for your turn.
Yay. Is Dovin free?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that one's also.
Yep.
Oops. Ignore the blade flourish, but that one's also magic.
Nice. That thing also cuts through it quite well. Cogsworth.
All right. Now, very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Spare the Dying is described as radiance descending on a creature.
Yeah.
It is a ranged spell attack. Would I be at disadvantage if something's, or is it considered a? Oh, it's a saving throw.
It's a
Sacred Flame.
Yeah. It says a saving throw. Does that mean I don't get disadvantage if something is close? Because it's not a ranged spell attack?
If it's saving throw, it's not a ranged, so...
Okay. If that tells you how little I play casters. Right,
It's all good.
I will cast Sacred Flame. 13 damage on a 15
Wow.
dexterity.
Yep, that thing fails. And Cogsworth, as you find yourself casting your spell, the radiant fire which if it was real fire, it probably would barely affect this thing. But because it's radiant, that only looks like fire. It surrounds the water weird, and you can almost make out some sort of scream as the entire thing evaporates.
Woo!
Leaving behind the remains of the cistern or pool or whatever it is the shell of a crayfish, and what appears to be a platinum key on a chain.
Ooh, cool. See? Shiny.
Noxie yoinks that.
I don't have any doors on me, do I?
Let's hope it leads the way out. Is that a door at the top?
Yes, that is.
Does it have a keyhole?
No, it does not, but it also does not appear to be locked either.
I'm opening it.
Okay.
Waiting for anybody.
Are there any shinies in the empty cistern?
No.
Oh.
Oh boy.
In the middle of this chamber is what appears to be the withered, preserved form of a centaur mounted on a slab of marble. Tinted green and decked out in lacquered leather, feathers, and copper wire jewelry, he faces the western entrance to this chamber, which you guys are currently... Sorry, you guys are coming out of the eastern... He's basically got his back turned to you. The centaur holds a bronze hafted pike tipped with broad blue-green flame-shaped spearhead. Scattered around the room are jewelry and knickknacks made of beaten copper, cut and polished obsidian, shells, quartz, and coral. Much of this treasure is at the feet of the centaur, symbolically being trod underfoot. Two tall urns shaped like wicker baskets stand along the north wall, each one filled with river stones.
Oh, would that be over here?
The northern one is over here. This is south.
Oh yeah, because the top is east.
Yeah.
This is so confusing.
Nux is going to immediately look for any traps.
I'm gonna refresh.
Alright. You do not appear to find any traps.
Are we all okay waiting another 10 minutes?
Noxie, that investigation check does reveal something rather sad to you. While you're looking around for traps, you happen to kick over some of the pieces of what appears to be treasure. And discover it's all some kind of junk. There's no real gold in here. In fact, you don't even think that that what is here, even if though some of it looks pretty, would be worth any real amount of money. At least not enough money to grab and want to spend time gathering it up and carting it off anywhere. And,
Noxie starts crying.
and at this point, everybody but Cogsworth, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm liking these rolls, though. Oh. Most of them. I'm liking most of them.
Jinxed it.
I had to say something.
All
Sorry,
right.
Noxie.
Both Lobu and Noxie take 4 points of damage as you feel blood boiling up from your lungs. The rest of you just kind of get a couple coughs going, but don't really feel anything else.
Are you all okay?
We'll be okay. We just need to get out of here.
Noxie holds up a sign. I hate this place now.
Join the club.
Then let's be quick.
Well, I mean, do we want to see if there's anything magical here?
Yeah, that centaur is looking pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But quick thing,
If not,
the haft is the handle, right? The big stick.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Carry on.
But it will, I mean, unless you guys want me to spend my last spell slot, it'll take me 10 minutes to cast it.
no, I don't want to waste that if we need it later, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
And while he's doing that,
Somebody say that all this is fake.
Yeah.
All you've seen is Noxie crying. Noxie has not held up a sign to say that it's fake. Noxie's just crying silently. And held up a sign saying, "I hate this place now."
I'm sorry, and who is it that's casting Detect Magic? Was it Dovin or Dread?
Dovin.
Okay. While Dovin's doing this, I'm going to investigate, see if there's any possible ingredients I missed for my potion.
Okay.
I doubt it, considering how long this place has apparently been sealed, but
Which
I want to try.
potion are you attempting to make?
I don't know, I was looking for any kind of generic herb that might be somehow here.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Because, like, as a player, I don't know what kind of ingredients might go into potions. They don't exactly put it in a chart in
Yeah.
Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it at some point, though, I'm perfectly fine if we come up with an ingredient list or a cookbook.
I do like this.
I'm gonna reach out with my mind to Noxie and be like, "What's the matter?"
You don't find anything interesting, Cogsworth. You're just looking around
Okay.
and nothing seems useful for potions.
Okay.
It's fake.
What?
All of it's fake. It's not real. It's all junk. It's not even gold.
Noxie, hold on. Wait. Sometimes real jerks will make treasure rooms full of useless crap, and then there'll be like a secret switch or something that will let you into the real treasure room.
Is this out loud or
This is Awakened Mind.
okay? Is Lobu responding in his mind or out loud?
In his mind, probably.
Okay.
But he is
Really?
gonna yell out about it being fake.
Do you really think so?
I think it's worth looking. Dovin's gonna be at his thing for a while. We might as well get to ours.
Noxie like wipes away her tears and like starts looking for secret doors and shit.
What are we getting to?
I'll aid.
Right, that'd be
We
a
have
new
a door right
investigation
here.
check.
What's wrong with this door?
Well, all the treasure is fake in here, and we're pretty sure that there's something good, some sort of secret switch or something.
I want to look in this box.
Alright. Roll investigation check. Yeah,
Anything
this
neat
looks like more junk. Bits of stone, broken pieces of masks.
Are they similar to the mask from the room?
Which room?
The death mask?
No.
That I would know about in character?
They look like just bits of silver masks. That probably aren't
Silver?
much of anything now. Silver coated, really.
Okay. Sorry, I had to check.
What kind of sick assholes stuff a green horseman, stick him on a plinth, fill a room with fake gold at the end of a dungeon with a tunnel with spiders and a water weird? People are sick. I hate them. I want to
What's
go back
that?
in time just so I can kick their ass.
Me too. The
I feel like people that would do that, they'd be like wizards, maybe like on a coast or something. I don't know. They just seem like the kind of people that would be assholes.
Devin. But yes.
Now, what on earth would make...
Now that I'm looking for secret doors, do I make a new investigation check?
Yes, please.
Do I do it with advantage because Loeb is helping me?
Yes, you do.
And what was the head of the polearm again?
The center holds a bronze hafted pike tipped with a broad blue-gray flame-shaped spearhead.
Interesting.
Is it a pike or is it a spear?
It is listed as a pike.
It's considerably bigger.
Yeah, pikes are the anti-cavalry spear with the
It's also a martial
crossguard, right?
Now, pikes are the they're the really, really long. They would use them in ranks against like a horse charge.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the
They're very heavy.
Sometimes they'll have a crossguard to take the charge.
They might, yeah. Not all did, but some did.
Yeah.
They're listed as 18 pounds. They're like one of the heaviest weapons in the book, and they're heavy and reach and two-handed.
Yeah.
Martial weapon. Pretty much not that great, sure. Strength fighter.
Or a barbarian. And quick thing, on the map, those two barrels, is that where the wicker baskets are? Or the urn-shaped like wicker baskets?
That is where the urn-shaped like wicker baskets stand along. Yep, each filled with river stones.
So, Lobo, what are you and the small one looking for?
I've got a theory that there's some sort of switch or something around. We're looking for secret doors.
Do you need assistance moving the junk aside?
Usually we try not to touch too much stuff while Dovin's doing his ritual detect magic-y thingy.
Okay.
But I don't see... I think it would be fun.
And this right here, is that a door?
That does appear to be a door. Yes.
Okay.
Do you wish to do anything while Dovin is working on his ritual casting? Or do you wish to just stay and wait for Dovin?
Hey, I apologize. Large green one. What was your name again?
Large green one.
Topaz, do you think something's...
I'm sorry, what large green one?
Oh, okay.
The one that swings the large axe.
You can
Very
call me
well, I might
Captain.
add.
Thank you. Someone appreciates my skills in this group.
Okay, Captain. That door, what do you think's behind it?
At this point, who the fuck knows?
A small silent one, what have you found?
Oh,
Noxie just puts her hands on her hips and looks at you disapprovingly.
Grinning at you.
I mean, maybe more hallways, since we seem to find quite a bit of those. Bet money it's time to exit, though.
So we're just assuming this door over here is a trap?
No, it's more that I just wanted to wait for Dovin to finish up in case there was anything in here that we should be looking at or concerned about.
The centaur? Does it appear to... I apologize, I can't remember. Does it appear to be an actual centaur that was, like, taxidermy stuffed? Or is it a sculpture?
Roll a nature check. Yes, this was definitely once alive.
Such a majestic creature. Lady.
And as Kalkthor's examining that, Dovin, your magical detect magic comes to the forefront as you finish your ritual, and immediately the centaur mummy in front of you lights up with with necrotic energy. It is clearly
Centaur mummy?
Yep. It is clearly an undead. It's just not moving.
Oh my! I like scuttle back a couple feet. That's careful. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a dread thing. Undead thing.
The
Everybody.
centaur?
Yes.
What do you
It
mean?
is.
That's concerning.
There's a lot of necrotic magic emanating from that thing. It probably dead and then undead.
Noxie holds up a sign. Let's just leave.
Where do we
I look around. Is there anything aside from the giant undead centaur that catches my eye?
Roll an investigation check.
I'll aid if that's possible.
Yes.
Oh God!
Wow.
You just keep getting distracted by the centaur mummy that's in the middle of the room.
Nope, I don't really see anything worth looking at here. We should probably just,
Wait, Dovin.
Hold your horses.
The spirit's holding, is that magical too?
I look.
The what's magical too? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
The spirit.
The spirit's holding. It doesn't seem to be an individual magic there. It seems to be whatever fancy weapon this thing happens to have. Let me double check.
So, nay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a very fancy weapon.
Nope. Some fine craftsmanship, but nope.
Okay.
We should.
That settles it. Gotta hoof it.
Stop horsing around. Go.
Noxie attempts to open the door.
All right. The door pops open, revealing a jade stone blocking your path, and instantly the centaur mummy springs to life behind you.
Oh,
Yep,
great.
that's about right.
All right, Volan, let's do this. All right, everybody. Let's see how low my initiative goes this time.
How
Well, let's
low?
Oh,
There you go.
Jesus Christ!
You got the same rolls last time.
I rolled a goddamn 4. Everyone else is rolling freaking 20s. Oh God, that's a
We're
thing.
fine. We're fine.
It's fine. On the bright side, it has pretty purple.
It was gonna kill me if we left this room without looking in those urns.
I hate this place so much.
I agree. It doesn't. Ironically, it does not appear to be very stable.
Alright. And as it animates and gets ready to stab Noxie, it says, "No," in common, which you guys can not the language of this place, but in common, it says, "No one is allowed to leave."
Oh, that's the worst thing you could have possibly said. If you just said you want to just kill us because you hate the living, or if you just said, well, you want your soul, I'd have been cool with that. But no, not that we can't leave. No, no, no.
Orders, Captain.
Kill it?
I like those orders.
Are you waiting on me, or?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, yeah, that done pissed me off. So, basically, I'm not this staying around here trading blows, not when it's got a frickin' pike. So, I am leaping on this thing and attempting to wrestle that spear away from it, and if failing that, I want to be hanging onto it with both hands and keeping it from using it properly.
Gotta love Topaz. Go for it.
And I'm going to use my inspiration for advantage. Is this going to be a melee attack or an athletics or what?
If you're jumping onto it, that will be athletics.
Okay. There we go.
Oh.
Pissed me off saying I can't leave.
And now you're going to use your your bonus action to wrestle that pike away.
Well, I can use my. I guess. I mean, if that's allowable, would that also be athletics?
Yes, we're also going to do athletics in that. Now you're on top of it, and now you're just trying to drag that pike off of it before it can use it to strike any of your companions.
Okay.
Ooh, let's see. Contested. Whoa!
Yeah.
So instantly, you managed to pull the pike off of this thing and are now holding it in your hands.
Excellent. Do I stay there, or do I have to? Did I drop off?
You're a very clever monk. You can grab onto that pike and still be holding onto it with one-handed or with your thighs. So they're kind of like picturing you given that your activity, that you're just gripping this thing with your legs and grabbing it, twisting with your arms, and so you're just holding on with your legs.
If I can, I want to wrest it away.
Yeah, you now have the pike in your hands.
Good. I might provoke an attack of opportunity if it can make any without it, but I'm getting the thing got reach. I'm going to take advantage of that and move backwards.
It
then
slams at you with its hooves as you back away.
smacked me
Alright.
with the first one there.
So, Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, good. I had a character infested with mummy rot once. That was not good. He nearly died.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Damage or?
Doesn't look like it does hold on. Yeah, it doesn't do damage if you succeed on your Constitution saving throw. So we're
Okay.
good there. Thankfully, it just kind of like pressed you in the chest, and you just see the little bits of rot try to come out onto you, and you resist it.
Yeah, you're probably pretty sure Topaz was just really pissed off. Generally, she's mad anyway, but now telling me I can't leave, she just lost it.
Excellent.
Jumped on this thing and just yanked it away. No, you bitch! I'm getting out of here today. That's it for me.
And this, Stormy, is why we love Topaz.
What's that? I'm sorry, I cut out.
No, this is why we love Topaz, because Topaz does awesome things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Libby.
Alright. If I move here, will I get or not because of the reach?
I'm sorry, what? Can you repeat that?
If I were to move here, down one space, would I have flanking with Topaz since she has a reach weapon?
No, because she hasn't. It basically isn't readied yet. It won't be readied again until her turn. She's just like holding it. She's not readied with it. Once it is, definitely flanking, but not yet.
I'm going to strike out with my dagger. Oh, shit. And the blade flourish again.
Okay,
And that's a defensive flare.
And that is a magical weapon.
And between this shot and the last shot, I'll be like, hey, pay attention to me, piece of crap. And I'll attack with the other one.
Sorry, misclick.
Oops.
Trying to shrink it down so I don't have a massive block of text in my character sheet.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
Does
The
that-
damage
does that
would
not-
just be the 4. It would just
Okay.
be the 4.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if that got the blade flourish or not. There we go. So both of those attacks hit. And you manage to take out some chunks and you see some dust sifting down. Noxie!
I'm going to cunning action disengage
Alright.
and move up here.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at it with my crossbow.
Excellent. Good use of rogue skills. Ooh, very nice.
And that will be my turn.
You managed to spear one of its legs with a crossbolt. The mummy sees you backing off, grips its fingers together because it was so used to holding that spear. It was holding it for God knows how long. It then turns and smacks one hoof into Lobu, which
Does it?
misses, and then glares at him.
Ooh.
Wisdom.
Poor Lobo with the frighten.
Boo! Lobu is currently good with that. I will put a little purple indicator on him. Volan!
Sure, I'll move 5 feet. Am I flanking with Lobu?
Yes, you are.
Very good, and I'll do what I do best.
Whack whack.
And more dust comes sifting down towards the ground. Dread!
So if I moved there, what would I be flanking with Cogsworth?
It hasn't been Cogsworth's turn yet, so that would be not till next turn.
I thought flanking was just base. I didn't know you had to wait for that person's turn.
Well, it was attacking at your back. You haven't quite turned around yet, so you're not
Okay.
fighting. Is the way.
Oh.
It's kind of like the way I see it from that.
I do understand what you're saying because I was going.
Yeah.
I was moving to go out there.
Okay.
Yeah, as I move there, I say, face the wrath of Quar, you undead monstrosity. Let's see.
Let's see. No, it doesn't take any extra damage from that, but let's see. 8 slashing is that. However, the radiant damage, oof. It seems to let out a shriek as the radiant damage goes through. Although it doesn't seem to do extra damage, but that is a lot of damage you did it for. Anything else you can do, Dread?
I'll do my second attack. I just need to adjust
Nice.
the smite down because I only got 1 second level slot.
Does the radiant damage still apply?
Yes. This
Oh,
is first level radiant. So
nice. Oh, this thing, it seems to be partially disintegrating right before your eyes. More and more dust comes pouring off of it. It's still up and moving, but you don't know for how much longer.
Okay.
Dovin.
For a bit of frostbite.
Wow.
Woo!
Its lower half seems to freeze solid to the plinth it's been standing on, and it's like looking around wildly as if it did not expect such a hardy group to be facing it right now. Cogsworth.
I will shout out for the glory of Helm and cast Sacred Flame.
Yeah. And just like with the water weird, your sacred flame, this causes complete disintegration of the monster in front of you. It seems to evaporate in a final scream. Congratulations.
Imagine being a dead mummy.
I look at this thing in my hand and I hand it to Volan. I can't use this.
Yeah, I might be able to.
It appears some of us have mummy issues.
I love my mummy.
Is the Jade block still there?
Yes. And with the defeat of this mummy and looking on this jade block, that is where we're going to end the session for today.
Oh yeah.
Did you still have the detect magic going, or?
Yeah, should.
I mean, can you look at this pike?
It's not magical. That was already determined.
Okay. Is it valuable by virtue of its materials?
Possibly to the right collector.
It's like a collector's item, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bronze haft and a blue-green
It does look very fancy.
gemstone head.
It looks like a flame, like styled in a flame.
Yeah.
All right, and on that note, do I fizzle out?
Since if you said you could only do this every other week, then
Mm-hmm.
basically the last thing you guys see as Cogsworth says this is you see his eyes just kind of dull and his arms kind of go slack. He is still standing upright and he still seems to be moving and following along, but he doesn't appear to be conscious. It's kind of like sleepwalking at this point.
Interesting. We have a little friend, and he follows us. It's really cute.